She posted a short clip over the weekend, and within hours, the internet had an opinion. In the video, Kylie Jenner, billionaire beauty mogul and the face of Kylie Cosmetics, is shown in a slow-motion walk down a jail or prison corridor, handcuffed, flanked by two uniformed officers. She's wearing a black leather bra, matching micro shorts, silver hip chains, translucent black tights, and pointed toe pumps. Her dark, wavy hair has teal highlights, and the makeup is, of course, immaculate. A whisper floats over the scene. King Kylie. Tomorrow. The caption ties the look back to 2015 and her rebellious King Kylie era, the launch that turned lip kits into a cosmetic empire. At first glance, it's provocative, glossy, and unmistakably Kardashian brand. Dramatic, hyper-styled, designed to be talked about. But within hours, the reaction was far less admiring than perhaps intended. Social feeds filled with words like, "read the room," "insanely disgusting," and calls for Kylie to show a little more sensitivity. A reminder that optics and timing matter, especially when you're a household name with a global platform. So why did this promo set off so many alarms? There are a few threads worth untangling. First, the imagery. Police stations, handcuffs, the authority of uniformed officers. These aren't neutral visuals. For many people, they're loaded symbols tied to real trauma, systemic policing, incarceration, and the countless stories of people whose lives were irreparably impacted by those systems. When luxury fashion and fame appropriate those signs as props, it can feel like a trivialization of very serious issues. Second, the context. Kylie Jenner doesn't occupy the same room as most of the people who suffer the worst consequences of policing. She's one of the richest, most photographed celebrities in the world. Her life and her brand are carefully crafted for spectacle. That's part of what built Kylie Cosmetics into an empire. But that position also comes with a responsibility, or at least an expectation, to be aware of how imagery lands beyond the glossy veneer. People who are struggling with the realities of the criminal justice system are not the target audience for a campaign that treats incarceration as an aesthetic. Third, the timing. Public sentiment can shift with the smallest spark. In a world where social justice conversations are omnipresent, brand missteps that once might have been shrugged off are now met with scrutiny, calls for accountability, and sometimes outright boycotts. Fans and critics alike voice disappointment that a brand built on female empowerment and body autonomy would launch a promo that many read as tone-deaf, even performative. One commenter called it insanely disgusting. Another urged Jenner to read the room. Those reactions say something about how quickly admiration can curdle into backlash when a campaign misses its mark. Now, to be fair, there's a case to be made for provocation as a marketing tactic. Kardashian brand moves often walk the line between scandal and cultural conversation, and controversy sells. The King Kylie callback is clever in a nostalgic sort of way. It reminds longtime fans of the brand's rebellious origins and leans into a dramatic, boundary-pushing aesthetic. But provocation without sensitivity risks not just headlines, but real reputational damage. How might Kylie and her team respond? There are a few options. They could lean into the artifice and double down, framing the spot as tongue-in-cheek, a deliberate subversion of power dynamics. Or they could acknowledge the criticism, explain the creative intent, and possibly pull or revise the promo if it's doing more harm than good. Historically, the Kardashian-Jenner machine has navigated controversies with a mix of explanation, apology when necessary, and ultimately an ability to move on. But each misstep chips a little away at goodwill. For consumers, the moment is a reminder that brand choices aren't made in a vacuum. When an influential figure uses charged visual language, audiences will read between the lines and bring their own histories to the interpretation. For celebrities and marketers, it's a call to be more intentional about cultural context and the symbolic weight of imagery. And for the rest of us, it's another example of how quickly a carefully staged promotional moment can become a flashpoint for wider social conversation. Whether you find the promo clever, tasteless, or somewhere in between, one thing is clear. In today's climate, spectacle comes with consequences. Kylie Jenner may have intended a bold nod to her past, but the public reaction shows that some aesthetics no longer land the same way, especially when they intersect with real-world trauma and inequality. If a brand wants to shock, it should at least be prepared to listen when the room speaks back.